Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to this episode of Can't Believe We're Friends podcast. This one, and especially for October, we are doing a lot of supernatural things, spooky things, alien things, and that's what this episode is. We talk about the history a little bit, our own personal sightings or thoughts and theories. So give it a listen and, give us any feedback. It's always appreciated. Follow us on Facebook and on YouTube because YouTube's awesome. So enjoy.
Yeah, that's because it's summer in Texas.
Oh, you noticed it for once?
That's because he was actually looking at the screen for once.
You seen the red dot fucking pop up on it?
No, the red dot's always there. If you plug
Whenever
it in,
it's on.
yeah. Unless you mute it and then it starts flashing.
I notice whenever Bobby gets really fucking quiet. It's like, alright.
I don't know why I do
You
that.
do, because you motherfucker, you're waiting for other people to say crazy shit.
I don't ever say crazy shit, so I don't
So,
know.
introduction to you son of a bitch.
We haven't done an introduction. And I don't know
Introduction!
Coming to the ring!
Haha.
Roman Reigns.
That's what you get for making fun of all of us. Chris, go grab the Tums off of our headboard, please.
Oh. Old people, it sucks.
Oh, fuck you. You gotta take acid reducers.
I do. I took two. I
Well,
took
it's
one
not
this
hard word,
morning.
it's acid reflex, because I feel like going
Yeah, but the acid
That's
reducers
the code.
only work for after 30 minutes. So you need something to alleviate it now.
That's why they take time.
You know you can talk, right?
Or Rolex.
She's so far away.
Hey, Ariel's on the show this time.
She's
So-
sitting here.
And
Say
speaking
hi,
of
motherfucker.
Ariel,
I was
Ariel
on the
51.
ones before this last
Yeah, we still haven't
season,
put. I still haven't put those
So,
out. by
say
the way.
hi.
Hi!
That picked up more than you sitting right there.
How many I need to take?
Because she's super fucking loud, dude.
How many I need to take of these?
Two, yeah.
Okay.
Of course I'm loud. I'm a fat white
Put 'em on your
bitch.
chin.
Oh.
And then swallow.
He doesn't even want to do it now.
He almost did.
Swallow all of it.
No, I was
He
just
grabbed
trying.
it and he was like, how does that work?
That's what I was
You
thinking.
chew it, and then you swallow it.
It tastes like chalk.
Never chew. Don't use
Why
your
would you
teeth,
chew?
motherfucker.
Ugh.
You will be very unpopular with the boys.
It's like a
Mario.
Starburst and shit. Whenever you bite into them and they stick to your teeth and you have to pull them apart.
All right, damn it.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages.
Your voice isn't
Generation
deep
X
enough to do
proudly
that.
brings to you.
Not right now.
Oh, my bad. That's what I heard.
I'm off today. Welcome to the show. This is I Can't Believe We're Friends podcast.
You got it right. Second time in a row. I'm proud of you.
First time this time.
How
No,
many-
he means
This
that the
time,
last time.
yeah,
we
last
time
you got it right, too.
Okay. Anyways,
It only took fucking 2 years.
everybody's here today on the
Mandy's on
couch
her phone. She doesn't count.
Baby, you
and
need to
Ariel
talk.
over there. So we got Robert,
Hi.
we got Gabriel,
What it is.
we got Nene,
How do?
we got Mandy,
Howdy.
you got Ariel,
Hello.
and I'm the Dodo.
You're going extinct?
Lagonia. Just because you're one of the oldest fucks here.
No.
Well,
He said one. He
I
didn't
didn't
say
want to be
the.
mean,
Don't
but
they jump off cliffs?
No,
Did
that's
you say jerk off
Those are
cliffs?
lemmings.
those are buffaloes. Oh,
Jump
yeah.
off cliffs.
nerd.
No, the
I
dodos. The
did- I did
dodos
work.
were known to do that too. They were stupid. That's why you call somebody a dodo and it's an insult.
Well, today is a special episode.
We actually wanted to do a themed episode.
Motherfucker.
It's our October month. Well, last October we were supposed to do a month of this stuff.
It should be October by the time this comes out.
Were we going to do a whole month?
Yes, we were.
Yeah, because we're going to do one segment every
But
weekend.
that's when I was
everything just kind of fell the fuck apart for everybody.
You know, bills and working and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny that way.
So what do we decide on the food?
We're gonna record first,
We're
and then
recording first.
That will make us record quicker.
Yeah.
Instead of
Depends on how in depth.
How long
we
we're
get
gonna
in
try
the
to hit this
conversation.
for? An hour show?
Yeah,
About an hour.
I'm gonna cut all this out, but yeah.
Okay.
I figured about an hour, maybe.
Anyways,
Depends on
It
what
just
we
depends.
think
we're
about.
gonna do Aliens for this month. Not this just month.
I feel like
Today
we should be
is
playing
Aliens.
like the X-Files theme.
Our next episode is what is our next episode?
Well, I haven't planned them out as to which one we're doing next.
Well, let's go ahead and plan it out.
Hold
On the
Hold on. I got the list.
so we're doing.
way to move her.
There you go, darling.
You hurt yourself?
No.
Gabriel just moved
I
my
am
wife.
super
I'm
motherfucking
just super
strong.
happy his pants didn't fall
It's
down.
like, that
I almost
hurt.
had a button in my face.
Wouldn't be the last time.
The small of my back kind of hurts now.
You haven't.
Shut
uh,
up.
Hold
Nisha,
on.
you got the notes for
anything.
the
You got
show?
notes?
She was looking up.
Did you take notes?
No.
Are we actually prepared for this fucking show for
No.
once?
Indirectly, yes, we're prepared.
Alright, so aliens.
No, he wanted a breakdown of what we're doing
For this
week.
month.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh,
Aren't we doing...
4
what was
shows. This one's going to be about aliens.
Aliens?
Then I wanted to do the Mandela effect and conspiracy theories. Then legends and folklore, and then the last one would be our personal ones.
I'm
Like,
excited for the fucking
horror
folklore, dude.
stories.
I'm excited for the personal.
Well, the personal shit's cool, dude. I'm
See,
a
but
sucker for folklore because it goes
I
into
came with
history.
I
Angels.
basically did it. The fourth one's for all of us, essentially. The aliens is for him. The Mandela effect, conspiracy theories is for me, and the legends of folklore was for you. That's how I broke it down in my
Okay.
head.
So I was supposed to do the notes and no one told me.
No, I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying what the subject that would interest
Speaking
us
of
the
some
most.
freaky looking shit, like...
I know. Back when I was young,
oh,
full of
shit.
semen.
I was trying
Whose?
looking at that picture, dude, like, all of you motherfuckers look rapey in that picture. Like, even your sisters look like they'd probably raped a couple of guys.
Yeah, probably.
And what?
Honestly,
Or girls.
aside from Stacy, all three of them look like Jimmy, except some
Yeah,
of
keep
them in
pointing
drag.
that out.
Yeah, thanks
like,
for that.
Ashley looks like Jimmy in drag, and Kevin looks like.
They
How could
had
you
it-
be so mean to Ashley?
They
Used
had
to
a thing
be-
for my sister.
It used to be, dude, your sister's fucking hot, bro.
And then
Until
you
we
saw it,
realized,
you're
like,
yeah.
Fuck, could never.
They were
do
like,
it.
"Oh, I
Could
would
never-
love Jimmy." And
never
like,
do
no, it's never going to happen.
How'd that work?
Excuse me,
Fuck
Jimmy and a
you.
tree.
Never going to happen. Nope, nope, nope.
It
Never
ruined
gonna get
it.
it,
So,
never
like,
gonna get it.
High five.
And you hear woo woo woo.
And you probably don't hear it clink from
Woo,
your
woo, woo, woo.
That shit.
You're,
Oh.
no, he leaned. You leaned over and
that. I'm sorry.
jingling, jingling, jingling.
Call me
Anyways.
jangling, jangling.
So, well, this is out a little before October, about 2 weeks, but
No,
It should
it's
come
gonna
out.
Be, it's gonna
It
be
should
put
come
out.
out.
oh well.
October.
I'm just saying the time we're recording, but it's going to be out in October. And this past September 20th was the raid on Area 51.
And that
That-
just
How'd
fell
that
together.
work?
It fell completely flat.
Miserably.
Nobody was killed.
Like you're going to fucking raid a goddamn military facility, dude. Are you
So much,
shitting me?
so much for Naruto runs, except for that news clip.
That shit was funny. I don't give a fuck. Dude's giving a serious news report, and then you just see a kid in the background, fucking Naruto running.
For real? Did that
Yes, that actually
happen?
happened.
So
Oh, God,
it turned out 150 people showed up after 2 million people signed up for it, and then there was 2
Because
arrests.
it's a bullshit fucking thing, dude. Are you
Oh,
kidding
it was
me?
complete bullshit. But still,
But you know, the creator of what all of this shit is, he created it as a joke.
Yeah.
And then people took
And
it
then
seriously.
people took
Yeah.
it seriously and started like making all these like announcements. And
apparently
shit
not that seriously because only 150 people showed up.
because it was a joke.
150 fucking retards that should just probably be.
That clearly don't have jobs or
That's fucking thin
responsibilities.
to herd,
They're
bro. That's
living
all
on
I'm
their
saying,
parents'
dude.
couch,
It's not- in their basement.
watching the X Files on rerun.
Hey,
You know what?
I actually recently started watching the X Files for some fucking reason because I was like, all right, dude, I want to start watching the show.
I never
See,
actually watched the
I
episode.
can't get
I watched
into
the
it.
movie,
I've
but I
watched-
never
I
watched
watched
the
But
show.
three
when they started
episodes,
with
and
the
it's like,
black
nah.
ooze shit that would go inside people, I had to stop watching because I don't do things.
Didn't
that
they
go
do that
in
on Supernatural
people.
too?
Yeah, it's like
Yes.
necroplasm type shit.
And I couldn't watch that episode.
Wait, which one?
The black
Goo.
ooze. stuff
Wasn't that
coming out.
wasn't
That
that
was
tied
the
into Leviathan?
Leviathan.
That's what I thought.
But it's
That was
just, I
Leviathan.
can't do that shit, dude. I wanted to watch
Dick
it. 'cause-
Roman.
I wanted to watch it because I wanted to see what the whole fucking deal was because I ignored it completely as a kid.
So do I.
Just like, no, I can't.
It wasn't a
can't
bad
get into
show.
it.
Like what I saw of it wasn't bad. It just for some reason it never.
Yeah, it never.
Which is
caught.
stupid because I love shit like that.
And it was on for fucking years apparently. Like,
Also,
holy
this
shit.
week they also the Navy released footage of.
No,
No.
it wasn't the
No.
Navy.
It was the guy from
It was
Blink
Tom
182.
DeLonge from
Tom
Blink
DeLonge.
Oh, was
182.
it?
Thank you.
Was it
Yes,
from
that's
the
what
Navy?
Bobby was
he
talking
released the footage, and the Navy confirmed that it is legitimate footage.
Okay.
And they're not calling them UFOs anymore. They're calling them UAPs.
Yeah, area phenomenon.
Unidentified aerial phenomena.
Which is very unlike the fucking government, dude. You'd think they'd just be like, oh no, nothing happened. And
It
like
was a weather balloon.
flashy thing, that motherfucker, you know what I mean? Like nothing ever, you know.
Well, it's
You saw
it's
a
getting
fucking
harder and harder
hot
to
air
cover it
balloon
up.
floating. Well,
And see, that's the one thing I like about the technology. People can't lie as much anymore.
because it's out there.
Yeah, like everybody's got a camera phone, so it's just like you can't get away with shit the same way you used to, and I like that aspect of
But at
it.
the same time, they
But
do
at
the
the same
whole
time,
he
people
doctored it, blah,
manipulate
blah,
it, yeah.
blah, bullshit.
So, and it's easier to manipulate
Yeah.
shit. That's what me and the boy were talking about the other day. It's just like it's so easy now. You could take better footage now than 2001: A Space Odyssey ever had whenever they were recording that.
Isn't it kind of
Absolutely.
weird though? Thinking about it, the deep fake technology is coming out more, is showing more and more as the announcement of the government saying we're not going to hold this kind of information anymore. So now they can turn around like, oh, that might be deep fake. You can't really say it's real anymore.
To a certain extent, it kind of fucks us because you don't know what's real and what's fake now.
But you don't know what's real and what's fake to begin
In the
with.
first goddamn place,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it
But-
really doesn't matter. But
I mean-
yeah, it is kind of interesting timing, I'll say.
Yeah.
So what's your take on the whole fucking are aliens real type deal?
I
aliens-
mean, Trump wanted to build the wall, so obviously
Yeah, we're gonna keep them motherfuckers out. They come over
He
here
needed
with
to
their
build a
fucking
space wall to keep them
sombreros,
motherfuckers from
fucking
coming.
raping white women and shit.
Yeah,
you
well,
know.
he did want to create that Space Force shit,
Oh yeah.
and that, I wish that was a joke, but that is not a joke. That is
Honestly,
100% true.
it's.
They will build a laser net.
I try
around
to look at it
our
as a
planet.
as I try to look at it. If I see something, I try to analyze it and make sure I'm not just.
You try to
hallucinating.
look at it
Like
objectively
Yeah.
and not
Yeah.
like you're wanting to find it.
But there's been several times that I've seen shit in the sky and just the flight pattern of things and stuff like that. I'm just like,
That doesn't
what
make
the fuck?
sense.
You know,
Because I think we've all had that experience where you would just
Oh.
see something and like, that doesn't look quite right.
Well, I've randomly walked out, usually drunk, and well, I'm looking at the stars. I do it sober too. Fuck off. Don't judge me.
No, it's just funny
But-
the way you said that.
You look at the
well,
stars.
I just got
Yeah.
drunk and then the light came on.
They got real bright, and I got pulled up in this stream. Somebody picked me up and shook me like a dog.
Next thing I know, I woke up, my butthole hurt.
My butt was sore as hell, son. And let me tell you, my wife wasn't there. Anyway.
My friend Jake was, but
My
that,
friend- Jake? Who the fuck?
Yes.
But
I was
there's-
gonna say Jimmy, but Jimmy's actually here, so.
There's been shit where you're like, oh, look at that shooting star, and it kind of like zigs and takes a hard right turn, hard left
Or it
turn.
starts it's
It's
moving
like-
way faster than
All
it
right,
should,
well,
or
maybe
whatever.
that's a shooting star fucking banging off other fucking asteroids or some shit like that.
That's not how shooting
Or,
stars work.
yeah, or maybe it's something fucking that, shouldn't be able to take a 45-degree fucking angle or turn. You know what I mean? Like, Mars, Texas. Supposedly there's all kinds of fucking... Or Marfa, my bad. There are all kinds of fucking sightings in there, but...
Yeah, and that's
I don't
supposed to
know
be
whether
legit
it's-
too.
Yeah, I don't know whether it's real or not, to be honest with you.
well, like
from what I understand, the government has admitted that there is unexplained phenomena that happens.
I've seen other bullshit where they said they debunked it, and it's like fucking
but
lights
that's not the
off
government
highway,
debunking it.
blah blah blah. Yeah, it's not at all.
So you can take that with a grain of salt too. in
Like,
my-
I remember one time I was working as a custodian at night. And I remember going outside to take out the trash. And this is the first time I had, because I was like, what the fuck is that? Because I could not explain it. And, like, it was
I
had to get my boss to bring it.
just to set the record straight, Jimmy is not the one that believes in weird shit. You and I are.
Yeah.
Me and Gabriel are.
Yeah.
And he's the very pragmatic one and does not think
Marty's
that
not
any of
real
this
big
shit's
on the
real.
whole thing.
Well, didn't.
Well, I try to.
You
And
try to
I try to
disprove
Analyze
it
it,
immediately.
and it's not.
Yeah, if I can't disprove it, then I'm like, okay, that's real. What the fuck is it? I don't know what it is, but I can't explain it. You know?
And that's where the term came from.
Yeah.
Well, my sugar levels were low that day, so I don't know.
But anyways, well, I was outside, right? I was taking out the trash, and I was just looking up at the sky, right? It was at nighttime. I was looking out at the stars. All of a sudden, I saw this light, and like I thought at first it might be like a drone or something like that, but it was staying in one spot, right? And the light seemed too close to be like a helicopter or anything like that. And I wasn't seeing like anything like that. The light was too bright to be a drone light. Like, it was really bright. Then all of a sudden, it shot off like in a second.
way faster than you thought.
Yeah.
There wasn't a buildup of speed. It was just
No, it
0
just-
to 60.
Yeah,
type
it just
thing.
shot off, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And I'm sitting there watching it. I thought it took off. No, the light came back in a zigzag pattern. Like, it's like, "Oh, you noticed me," type thing. Let me kind of put it on a show for you. And I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I went back inside to get my boss. I was like, "I don't believe in this shit, but you gotta come look at this and tell me." I just don't want to think I'm crazy. Tell me you see this. And she's like this. I don't even know what to say about it. She was dumbfounded and stuff like that. You know, because I know I came in like, "Oh, dumbass custodian coming here. What the fuck is
He's all cracked out.
I never
He
seen a
doesn't-
flashing light in the sky.
They're dimming out there."
That sounds like every redneck
Absolutely.
fuck. Never mind.
Good job there.
There's old Jimmy out there taking out the trash and seeing UFOs.
I've never seen me an
But I had
unidentified
to
flying
bring
object.
her out there.
It's like-
And we sat there for 10 minutes watching it just
Do different
do
maneuvers.
different maneuvers and just sit there, and every once in a while
There's
just...
a lot of stories like that.
Mine's-
Surprisingly.
Mine's just one of my most memorable one. It's kind of like yours.
But at the end, when I finally went in, it just darted off and it didn't come back. I sat there for about 3 minutes to just kind of see if it comes back or anything like that. And it never came back. I was like, okay, I guess it's done.
One of my most memorable ones is funny is because I dismissed it completely because I'd been drinking. It was like, "Oh, dude, you're just drunk, blah, blah, whatever." But a friend of mine, when I was living in Missouri in St. Joe, and the stars are way fucking brighter over there than they are
No
here.
light.
Less
Here in
light
Dallas.
pollution.
Yeah, they're absolutely. It's like fucking factories and shit. That's all there is. We're looking up at the stars, and there are a couple of shooting stars, and you see one that kind of shoots off and shoots to the left really fucking hard, and kind of zigzags, like you were saying, and it fucking goes straight and just disappears. And it was like, dude, was that a shooting star? Like, no, they don't move like that. Like you said, like they don't just fucking take hard fucking angles.
They don't
like
take
that
hard
from
lefts.
nowhere.
They don't go from 0 to 60. It's a constant
And it
rate
was
of speed.
It was
like,
fucking insane because it just disappeared. It like dissipated. You know what I'm like? You see light and then it's just gone. And I completely dismissed it. Although I do kind of. If you don't think there are aliens out there, you're kind of a naive person, in my opinion.
It's egotistical to think that
there
we're
has
the
to
only
be
thing.
some other form of intelligence out there or whatever. But at the same time, like I said, I was fucked up, and it was like, dude, like that couldn't have been real. Like you're full of shit, and kind of almost lying to yourself. But at the same time, like, was that
You're
real?
trying to convince yourself it wasn't real in
There
your
you go.
head.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to believe it at the time for whatever reason.
Yeah. There you go.
See, people misuse the word alien, I think. Because
No. Well, sorry.
only because, or I guess depictions of aliens. because it's just life outside of Earth.
It's foreign life, specifically.
Foreign life. So that could mean
Everybody
amoebas.
takes that to
Amoebas.
mean extraterrestrial.
Yeah, it's,
And I don't necessarily agree with that. I think I know where you're going with it.
but I'm just saying, I think that people are thinking, oh, they're like little people with big heads
The
and
little
skinny
green
arms.
man
Yeah.
thing, yeah.
And
I'm about to say, Jason and fucking Logan are in there right now.
Them
They're
motherfuckers
tiny little
got
people
big
with
ass
giant heads.
The
Big
Greys
old
are
head.
the most common known.
The Greys
alien.
are the most common known, and there's the whole Men in Black thing, where they
Mothman
fucking
is considered.
It's
something-
considered, yeah, for some I never understood why that one was
I
considered.
believe that I had an experience with what everybody would consider the Mothman.
So, where was it?
It was out Country Road
It's always
by my grandmother's house. We were
Salina?
coming home from church. My grandmother and my grandfather were in the front, and I was in the back seat. And we were traveling. It was dusty because we were on dirt roads. And all of a sudden, this huge, I don't know what the fuck it was, but it had wings, flew past our windshield. Scared the
It's a
shit out
pterodactyl.
of me. It scared the shit out of me.
How old
Yeah.
were you when this happened?
I want to say I was probably like 8 or 9. It was really close to when right before my grandfather passed away.
Oh, shit. And,
And-
see, they've said that ties in too. That
Angel of Death.
the
And
Mothman's like a harbinger.
I
of
remember
death.
asking them, "What was that?" And they're like, "I don't,
I don't fucking know.
We pulled over to the side of the road. My grandfather got out to go look and see if something like anything, and there was nothing there.
Yeah, that's.
And
that's
I
creepy as
just,
fuck.
I remember that, and it scared me so bad that I didn't want to drive at night when I started driving because I didn't want to
I
have
can understand that
experience
shit.
But you guys were right, like, assuming that there's zero things, whether they hold a
Whether
form.
it's extraterrestrial
It's like you
or
said,
other
how
dimensional.
egotistical is
It
that? to
is very
think that
egotistical to
We're
think
the
that-
smartest form of fucking life out there.
Not only that, there is, we know a fraction, like a minuscule, like a little blip on a screen of information about what is in the universe. The universe is ever expanding, and we
Take that out of the equation and just talk about Earth. We don't even know what
Well,
the fuck
I was-
is in our
I was
oceans.
gonna
and
say,
me and I were
yeah.
talking
Oh, yeah.
about that earlier.
The Hollow Earth thing, we know
Hollow Earth.
more about outer space
The
than we do about our
reptilians
own fucking
in
ocean.
the Hollow Earth.
And that gets into that Hollow Earth thing where it's really fucking scary because what if we have.
What about the Hollow Moon?
Yeah, the Hollow Moon's one.
yeah.
That's an interesting
That,
one too.
What if we have like some kind of
They said
crazy
that in
fucking,
Beast
you
Wars.
know, what's the
In
word?
Beast Wars
Another
Transformers,
dimension
oh,
that fucking
shit,
just
I'll
passes
get into
through
it.
our Earth that we don't know about.
No, 'cause
Battle of Los Angeles.
Robert and I were looking at something, and I forget, and
We look at so much shit.
yeah, there's so much stuff.
That's why we
But
are
there was
just random bullshit.
there was pictures and footage of a craft like going into the moon, or at least going behind the moon, where it looked like it was
No,
going.
that wasn't the moon. What you're talking about, where it looks like it goes up in, or whatever, that was Jupiter. I think it was.
Was it? I
Yeah.
thought it was the moon. Did we
Yeah.
see something with the moon?
There was something with the moon, but it wasn't that.
We watch so much random shit. We
That's
go
why
down
we
so
are.
many rabbit holes
Well,
on YouTube.
Maybe all of the planets and moons and things like that are all hollow.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's just
Well,
fucking
the
time warps.
thing
We
or
is,
don't
fucking
Jupiter-
know it,
dimensions.
including the moon.
Jupiter-
We don't know it because the moon landing was staged.
Well, the thing is,
What?
Dun dun dun.
And the Earth is flat. See?
And all of a
But the
sudden we all
thing
get
is,
flashy thinged.
Jupiter
Don't.
is it? I think Jupiter. We don't actually know what the surface of Jupiter looks like.
No,
We don't know what a
because
lot of-
everything else is.
we don't know what
we're
a
seeing
lot
the
of the
atmosphere
planets
moving.
look
Yeah.
like.
Wait, in
We
top
just now got to
gases.
Mars, right?
Mars.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we don't know what a lot of the shit looks like. And apparently, well, not apparently, it's like oh my god, we just discovered, but there's fucking ice on Mars, which means there's water, which means there's oxygen.
Well, the problem is there's not an atmosphere, and that's
Well, we don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, that
what
and all
is
life,
oxygen.
all life doesn't have to be carbon based.
That-
That's
I was gonna say-
not according to physics. Don't
Well,
fucking say that
but I was
because you're
gonna
gonna
say-
piss off fucking.
I was going to say,
We don't know
who
what can
says
live
that
in other environments.
Other species needs oxygen or whatever the
not
fuck. You know,
necessarily.
say.
Our species on Earth need
absolutely,
that. That
absolutely.
Because-
doesn't mean there's not another.
Because then we
evolved-
get all, what's the Total Recall and our fucking eyes bug out and shit. And fucking,
Yeah, and like
There's a theory that Mars actually used to be closer to not necessarily how that they had oxygen or whatever, but it used to resemble like an Earth
Well,
Yeah, until the people that lived there fucked it up and came here.
No,
There's
that's
just a
not true.
shift.
I'm joking.
The theory was that there was some sort of
Kidding.
asteroidal impact or something like that, and it basically caused a nuclear winter and burned off all the atmosphere, and that's why Mars looks the way it does now.
Got it.
supposedly. The other theory is that it was nuclear war and they fucking killed themselves.
And now
Damn
they
Russians.
need us for fucking. What is
Couple
the
of
whole
them
idea?
came
They
here.
need us for fucking.
Like you do.
Oh my god! I just blanked out. I'm
So
sorry.
would that be the reptilians?
Procreation?
No, not procreation. They need us for fuel. Or
They need
the
people
whole,
to
the whole
fuel?
idea where they use
The
Earth
Matrix?
for. I'm not sure.
That kind of shit?
Where they use
Where
Earth for
batteries?
fucking punishments. Where they need us for fuel, for fucking sun, blah blah blah, and they kind of just harvest everything and take it.
That sounds
to
very
them.
Matrixy.
I guess I don't know.
But
Oh,
in-
like aliens do.
yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
So
Well,
they
like-
come poach our shit.
Well, my idea was
Take the fuck
Oh,
up.
they take the cows?
Yes.
No, they just want a good steak.
Okay.
It's hard to find whenever you have
Angus
a
is a
barren
motherfucking
wasteland.
nigga. That shit gets
you
expensive.
heard about the the Phoenix Lights, right?
Yeah.
the what?
The Phoenix Lights.
It's the same thing as
it's-
Morpha, except that it was like a phenomenon that everybody in fucking Phoenix saw.
Well, see, there's something like
Not
that.
just
in-
that. What's his name? Movie actor, married Go Hans.
Kurt Russell.
Kurt
Kurt Russell actually reported that.
Really?
He saw that because there's three lights, different three set of lights going around Arizona in a city, and video footages of this.
It's like a vector format, and it was like doing these weird things. That
Well,
just,
There's
There's
a
a
lot.
deal
There's
like
lots of
that in,
evidence showing this happening. The government, everything they're doing, they were trying to say it's this and this and this, and every time they go out to test it, it's been disproven.
Yeah.
because
there's
they were
a
trying to
deal
say
like
that it was like new jets and there was a flight pattern, but the way that they're flying, it's like
Yeah,
that.
it's a
Just
flight
from
test,
physics,
bullshit,
like,
bullshit.
There
Yeah.
was another town that reports these weird noises that go on throughout the whole
I heard about that
town.
one. I cannot remember where the fuck it is.
And they
but
could never
yeah.
figure
I've
out
never
what
heard
it
of that.
is.
That
It's
one.
like a loud kind of like humming.
It's a hum, but not everybody can hear it.
Yeah, only
certain people
certain
can fucking
people.
hear
Really?
it. It's
So
So
rapture.
maybe
really
they're
fucking
on like a higher
weird.
frequency than the other people or something like that.
It's the rapture.
Can you hear what hum?
There's a city that there's just this
Loud,
baseline
like,
hum in
Like-
the air, but not everybody can
But
hear
they've
it in the town.
recorded it.
Well,
They've
there's
recorded
They
it.
recorded
But
it.
not
this-
everybody can hear the recording
Exactly.
either. So it's,
I hear a
There's this
constant
sighting
hum
in
all
fucking
the time.
Rio de Janeiro where they seen like 12 at one time, and there are multiple people that fucking seen this, and they described it the most as like an armada, like you seen one and then like three, and then fucking like it came out like a fucking like
in
like
Star
an-
Wars,
like-
whenever they're
well,
coming out of
kinda,
light speed,
yeah,
and then
kinda.
the whole
Like,
fucking
yeah,
army's
like
there.
an attack,
Yeah.
and they're almost like fucking V-shaped or triangle shaped, like they're almost like not attacking, but like doing reconnaissance type of deal. And my deal is, all right,
That's
so
fucking terrifying. And
all right, a couple of people say, "Oh, I've seen this, I've seen that." You can dismiss it, but you're talking about a couple of thousand people or a couple of hundred even.
Well, the things
How
that
is
really
everybody at the same time having the same fucking hallucination?
well that they have said
Well-
that mass hallucination is a thing, which I think is bullshit. But
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Unless you're poisoning everybody so you know they're going to mass hallucinate, and that brings up a whole nother can of
And where it
fucking
gets
worms.
really fucked up
Chemtrails.
is the people that lie and the fucking fake. What's that bullshit where they have the circles in the fields?
Crop circles.
There you go, crop circles and all that shit. Like
That was really weird. Wow.
Sorry.
3 answers at once. That was awesome.
But it was in perfect unison. That was the creepy part.
People fake that shit. You know what I mean? That's where it gets to the whole "you don't know until you know" type of deal.
But see,
Yeah.
the crop
You know what I
circle
mean?
thing had to start somewhere. Did it start
had
from
to,
something that
yeah.
was real, and somebody else said, "Oh, well, we can get attention if we do this"?
There you go.
So you don't really know.
Like I said earlier,
What were you gonna say?
You don't know until you end up there.
It was kind of about. It was a story with Chris earlier. It was just kind of funny. I'll wait till it.
No.
Well, say it now so you don't forget.
Okay, so we were watching the dinosaur movie, The Good Dinosaur, and they drew a circle, and it was supposed to represent their family. Well, the kid walks out of the circle, and he's like, "Well, now it's just a crop circle," and I was like, "But there are no crops around, so it's just
So
a circle."
it's just a circle in the dirt.
I just had to bring
It ties in. It's not completely random.
It did, but it was funny. I had to tell you. Anyway,
It's just kind of funny the way things work sometimes. You don't know whether it's covered up or is actually real. It's like the whole thing we were talking about earlier, whether it's hallucination or you don't know whether it's until you go through it. You're not going to know.
Yeah.
Even then, you go through it sometimes and it doesn't make fucking sense.
That's
So
true.
you don't.
So your
believe
mind
it.
dismisses it.
Yeah.
Like I was talking about earlier, it's like I know I've seen this, but I didn't know whether it was real or just my mind fucking with me or whatever the fuck. But
I don't want to say my crazy stories because they sound crazy even for me.
It's a story.
they're always crazy.
Okay.
The whole time you look at something, if somebody legitly sees something,
I'm not talking about seeing things. That's what makes it really fucked up.
or even if it happens to them.
Well, no, we did see some stuff like where the shit would it looks like it's moving at you, and then all of a sudden I guess it would have to do that 45-degree turn, and then it just goes off and it just disappears into the distance.
That's what I was saying.
Like
It's
it's
just
fucking,
kinda-
it's weird.
It's
as
like
shit.
it dissipates, like it just fucking, it's gone, like into the
I
black.
remember
You know what I
seeing
mean?
something like that also as a kid when I was talking to my mom, and that's the first time I ever heard of UFO because I was like, there was something we were driving and there was something in front of a car going the same.
It seemed like it was pacing.
Yeah,
following
then
it
all
almost.
of a sudden, it just went like that, just
And just gone.
gone.
Yeah.
Like,
And I was like, Mom, what's that? She's like, that's a UFO.
See,
Like nonchalantly. Just said it.
hold up.
I'm like,
it's like it happens to us. Don't
looking
worry.
back at it and
We're
be
the
like,
kind of
wait a
people
minute,
they
you
look
just
for.
fucking glossed over that shit? How often is this happening to our family?
yeah, exactly. She said it nonchalantly, just kind of like, oh, it's a UFO. You'll see those every once in a while. I was like,
You wake up,
What?
you're a little bit sore, and it's good. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but
So what if you're missing a kidney? It's
It's
fine.
good.
I just
It's
realized
harvesting.
with the
Still have
hollow
at least
Earth, what we were talking about, I don't think flat earthers can also believe in the hollow Earth.
Well, that kind of goes.
Maybe it's a donut.
It's a donut.
You don't know. There's
it's
no
a halo.
It's a halo. It's a halo of Earth.
I play those games.
That is Homer Simpson.
I loved Halo. Fucking Master Chief, bitch.
Of Earth having a donut in a dome. Yeah.
Well,
Sacred donut.
I don't understand why they believe that, by the way, but
I don't understand flat
But-
earthers either.
From
he and I had that conversation. It's like none of us are gonna know.
You,
Nobody
like I
in this
said, you
room
don't
is
know
ever
what
gonna
you
find
know.
out for sure
No.
because
No.
we ain't going up in space
It's-
to see the
yeah.
shit.
Well,
It's
I
like
don't
the
know.
heaven
Jason wants
shit.
to be an astronaut, so maybe he could tell us.
Well, we'll
right
see.
now.
But it's like the
I don't
heaven
know.
thing.
He's
You don't
Jimmy's
know
kid. He
until
might
you
come
go.
back and fuck with all of us on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
He's like, they're dicks to me. Fuck them.
I've
Think we
hated
should
them
make-
since forever.
I think we should make Noe be an astronaut because you age slower in outer space.
Oh,
Yeah, but
that's
she
good.
already
She's
looks the
still
youngest.
Keep her
That's
young.
it. She's still little.
We'll keep her little.
No.
Let's send her out now.
Yeah, I don't think they'll let her.
Let's just gather up all of the
We'll
kids
just-
and just send
we'll
them
just
to outer
disguise
space.
her.
That's a real bad
Fuck
idea.
that.
We'll-
Get them. No,
we'll
they're gonna
disguise
stay
her
here
as a
because I
chimp.
need them older and get them fucking out.
I thought you were gonna go
No,
the
'cause
make
by the
money
time they
route so
come
I
back,
can
we'll
fucking
be
retire.
dead, and then they can finish.
They can do whatever they want.
So my whole
So
problem.
instead of letting her kids grow older, she wants to just make them orphans.
Make them orphans. Like, it's-
Hey, that's how you create superheroes.
they'll come back around here. Spider-Man, motherfucker.
Doing
Batman.
that for you.
It's like,
Fucking Superman
God
is
damn
technically
it.
an
You
orphan.
go get some
I'm glad my
superpowers
name's not
and you
Ben.
come back.
Iron Man.
Or Thomas.
Yeah. Or Martha.
That's why Gabriel refuses to kill
I
his
mean,
Why
I
did
can
you say
change-
that name?
I can change my
Spider-Man.
name to Martha. I'm not.
I'm just saying, if I could get bit by a spider and have radioactive powers.
We are deterring from
That's,
aliens.
that is
Aliens.
cancer. That is strictly
Hey,
cancer.
dude.
They're aliens.
The symbiote was an
Some of
alien.
them.
It was an
Okay,
alien.
that's fair.
No.
All I know is I believe in aliens. I don't think that they're the little green men. Because, to quote, I forget what movie it is. I think it was Contact with Jodie Foster. If we are alone in
Contact.
the universe, it would be a pretty big waste of space.
It would be. Extremely.
Absolutely.
See,
But there's
damn it.
What if our universe isn't as vast as we thought?
No,
it was?
that's not where I was going.
Or-
with
That's
this
what you
necessarily.
were going to get at.
There's so many points in this fucking shit.
Well, that's where you
All
get
right.
into the mind fuck, and you really start giving yourself anxiety
I want
because it's like
I want Robert to get it what he's got to
Yeah,
say. I just
Which
want
part?
All of it.
to just start from where you need to
Okay,
get.
going with her experience with the Mothman shit. I think I've told you this story. I know Mandy knows this fucking story, and I know you know this story. I had driven to Chicago to pick up John.
Okay, yes, I do remember that.
And
okay.
we were coming back. We didn't take the same route that we went up there with. We came back through Oklahoma. We're going through Choctaw, Oklahoma. I remember this fucking vividly. I'm the one driving, and I'm looking out the passenger side fucking lights, or the window, and I see two fucking lights just fucking pacing. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? And just like, okay, and it's not just me. John sees it too, and we're just like, we're watching this, and then we're watching that, and in the distance, I look up, and there's two fucking lights in front of us too, and it looks like there's a car on our side of the highway, because you know the highways are separated up there, and it's coming towards us. And like, what the fuck is that?
Motherfucker's driving on the wrong side of the road.
And as we get to where it should have been, because it was like up on a hill, we get to it, and there's nothing fucking there. And it's not, and it was headlights, not tail lights, and you could tell the fucking difference because one's red, one's white. So we ended up getting off shortly thereafter, and it was like right past some casino or some bullshit on, I think it was, it had to be 35. And we get off, and as we're pulling up to the stop sign, because we got to cut over to go to the gas station, there's some fucking giant figure that has no fucking feet, just in the middle of the road. And as I come up to it, it just goes up. Not towards me, but up. And just disappears. And I see it, and John saw it.
Cheapers.
And it's just like,
I
that's
was just
what I
about to
thought
say.
whenever I saw it. And it was
Creepers.
creepy as shit. And like, I'd never seen anything like
You've
that
seen
before.
Jeepers Creepers, haven't you?
I've seen parts of it. I haven't seen the whole thing. But
I like
know
the first
I
one.
know
The second one
premise.
kind of sucked.
Yeah.
But I couldn't explain that shit. And it was just like, and I started reading up on it once I got back, and it was like, oh yeah, there's tons of Mothman sightings and shit, and da-da-da-da-da. And then we go into the gas station, everybody's acting creepy as fuck. I'm outside, John and Sam go inside to go to the bathroom or what the fuck ever, and I just got this weird feeling, so I don't go inside, because you know how I get with my feelings. I tend to trust them. And I'm like looking in, and the fucking attendant turns and looks at me and like licks his lips at me, but not like in a sexual way.
Like
it was
way?
It was a creepy, like, I'm gonna eat you way. That's the best way I can fucking describe it. And I was just like, we need to get the fuck out of here. And they got back, and we took smooth the fuck off, and I did not sleep the entire way.
Yeah, that could just be chalked up to
Here in
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, that one I didn't take too much stock in, but it gave me an uneasy feeling.
Yeah.
No,
And
that
you
was
can't
After
explain
seeing
that
that
feeling.
shit, then you see that.
Welcome to being a woman.
Yeah.
I've never done that.
If you look at me like a pork chop, I'm cool with that. I don't give a fuck.
I'm cool with bitches looking at me like
Yeah, I'm totally cool with that. Whenever it's a dude acting like he's gonna fucking wear my face after he fucks my corpse, that's a problem for me. Okay, you were about to say something.
I was gonna say that the one thing I don't understand about aliens is everybody thinks that they're here to study us. We're not that interesting. So I don't
That's not
understand.
necessarily true.
If
If
they're
they're,
smarter than us,
running
why
a
are they
science
bothering?
experiment,
They would need to come check us.
But if there are
maybe
other,
we're their rats.
but if there are other planets that have life similar to ours,
Maybe they're doing tests on everybody. Maybe it's one big.
okay, I have a controversial theory. I've been toying with this theory in my head, and I feel fucking crazy for thinking it in the first fucking place. I don't think the universe is real. Like what we've been told it is. I don't
What?
think there's other planets out there.
What if it's a dream state?
No. Well, that is
Oh, that's
a
a
possibility
whole other
too.
one. Fuck.
Yeah, that's a whole other
Oh wait, can I guess on what you're about to say?
We've talked about it.
Okay.
That we're basically in a time bubble, and everything outside is a multiverse. So whenever we look up in the sky, we're not actually seeing stars, we're seeing the other universes and different evolutions of our planet. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I just feel like that's what it is, and that there's actually theories behind it where they think that the aliens that are coming back to visit us are not aliens. They're a further evolution
Versions
of
of
us.
us.
That we figured out a way to create AI, but AI couldn't function by itself, so we had to create a biological, like, housing unit, basically, and that's what the Greys are. That we created the Greys to put our AI consciousness into them so they can live forever and do whatever the fuck they need to do. And that's how we survive in the future.
you gotten around to watching Dark yet?
No. Does it kind of go in that same vein?
Well, then we'll
But then,
definitely watch
what
it.
about the whole idea of what is that you told me about? where aliens visited during Egypt, and the whole
That
idea.
see, a lot of that
the whole idea
was
about
shown on like
Horus.
Ancient Aliens.
Yeah,
Well, I got a lot of it from Sitchin.
Oh,
Exactly.
well, yeah.
But see,
But
Ancient Aliens pulls a lot from Zechariah
Yes.
Sitchin,
Yes.
but they what the fuck was that movie?
The whole idea of,
Stargate.
like-
Stargate also pulled
Yeah.
from
Yeah,
that
there you
same
go.
mythology.
the whole idea of Horus and all that bullshit were
They were
just
actually
tests until
the
they came up
I was
with
about to say
humans for
Enochian.
slaves.
It's not Enochian.
Enochian?
The Anunnaki
Anunnaki.
gods. And that goes into a whole nother. Oh my God, there's so
It's
much.
just a whole nother mind fuck.
Yeah.
Enlil and
And the point is
Enkai.
you don't fucking know. Like, there's
And can't remember
But see, the
that.
thing with the Anunnaki shit specifically is that there is so much shit that matches all across the
All
world
over it.
where there's absolutely no way that they could have contact with each other to create that story.
well, because even
The
biblically,
story
like
of
I mean,
Christ.
Biblically, they have.
I don't believe
Story
in
of
the
Christ and
Bible.
the
I
devil.
don't. I think it's all manufactured.
well, you're a fucking heathen.
I know I am. Godless heathens. Got it. Mm-hmm.
God.
But you know, even in
Just wait till you go to hell.
okay,
You go to hell. You go to hell and you die.
The place right below our feet, right above the Orient.
I was just fixing
but
it.
there's
Right above the hobbits.
Because there's only 8 miles.
well, yeah,
Of
They're
house.
so full of shit. There's a whole big old bubble in another world there.
yeah. But
Anywho,
even there's what it's a art of what is it, the Virgin Mary, who and there's something in the background, and people can have debated if that was a UFO.
don't you
Oh, I know
talk
what you're
shit
talking about. It's
about the
it's
Virgin
inside.
Mother.
I'm not talking
It's
shit
inside
about the
of an
Virgin Mother. I'm
old
saying there was a
church.
painting with a UFO in the back of
That
it.
was
There,
a
no,
good
there's
woman.
a there's an old church
She
that
stuck
had that
her
there
story.
where it had a. It was supposed to have been whenever the angel came down onto a mountaintop or something like that, but it looks like he's coming down in a ship, in a UFO.
I think that
You talking about
is
when
correct.
Michael came to tell? Was it Michael or
No, it was
Gabriel?
Raphael.
That
I'm pretty
told
sure it
her-
was Raphael that told her that
That
she was
told
gonna
her
have
she was
a-
going to have a
yeah,
child.
I think
I thought it was.
it wasn't Michael. I know it
I
wasn't.
thought it
Michael.
was Gabriel.
It's either Raphael or Gabriel. I don't remember which one.
I think you just want it to be your name.
I can give a fuck less whether it's my name or not. I didn't choose for my name. to
I
be
think
middle.
Gabriel was the one. Was that the temptation of Christ?
He was the one that came. Oh, the only reason I know this is because of the peanuts. And Gabriel came down unto him and said, "Behold, I am the word."
Oh.
You know, yeah. It's peanuts.
And there, I mean, if we're talking about shit in history and how long it's been around, I mean, throughout
Every single
time,
race
there
has
is
this story.
something, because this is
You have some good and some evil,
And they're
Depending on
always
what it is,
fighting,
yeah.
and there's always
Yeah.
a power balance.
and that's where you break
because
down
even
to Christ
in
and Satan. Blah, blah,
the
blah.
book of Ezekiel, there is speak of like extraterrestrial shit.
Well, I mean, in the Bible, they talk about dragons coming down from the sky, breathing fire, and blah blah blah.
and then
blah.
you know there's
An 8-headed beast with fucking eyes of 1,000 or some bullshit like that.
and then what
That's
is
what-
is it
Well,
Japanese or
that's
Chinese?
clearly just Serpentera from the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers series.
Well, obviously.
Probably.
What is it? Japanese where they depict dragons, or where there was theory of
Japanese did believe in dragons.
not, but they
So did the Chinese.
Keep it on.
Twyla, you're wasting your
I
gum.
can't move like that. I'm sorry.
Maybe you should try more gum.
Try
Try
more
more
gum.
God, I love that.
I
movie.
still believe
Anyway.
Nathan
Put the
Lane's-
fucking pinky down.
Nathan Lane is my spirit animal.
Nathan Lane.
I love Nathan Lane. Anyway,
Should you just call a gay man an animal?
Yeah.
we're all animals, you ass.
I'm not an animal.
Yeah, you are.
I always thought more gorilla.
Oh, that or wolf. She tells me I'm very
What's a
Or
wolf?
a bear.
wolf-like. Wolf?
Wolf.
Wolf.
Wolf. Wolfhausen.
You know, "Arr," type motherfucker.
Just
you
because
know.
you're a dog doesn't mean I meant a wolf specifically.
I like pissing on what I like. I'm sorry. Anyhow, I'm sorry.
So,
Cut all that
I
shit
didn't
out.
need that visual.
so
It's happened.
I don't doubt it.
On you too, because I like you, son.
Isn't that called like a golden shower?
So aliens.
Aliens.
no, but what? And a lot of this. Okay, any research you do on aliens,
I
a
ain't
lot-
done no research whatsoever. This is just me and my brain just fucking taking the fuck off.
Most of it's
Well, no,
most of
I'm
it's
just saying,
my
just in doing research.
seeing and shit that I've heard. I
Yeah.
don't know. Like once again, I don't know for a fact.
Well,
None
no
of
one
us
knows
know
for a fact. But I'm just saying, it's hard to find, obviously, anything quote-unquote credible, because most of the shit that you are going to find is from ancient aliens.
Well, either that or the nigga accidentally ends up, falling off a fucking cliff, or somehow or another, he shot himself in the side of the head.
He committed suicide
from the
That's
back
my
of his
favorite
head. He shot himself like that.
Backwards.
Backwards.
execution style, looking like he was down on his knees with his hands bound in front of him, but whatever.
Asking for mercy.
I've seen enough gangster movies. I know how this shit
Like, I've
goes.
seen
It's
Goodfellas, bitch.
It's
I know
getting
how that
really
shit goes.
bad.
Casino
He
mode.
fucking pulled that
to smell like
Takashi and
omens.
started talking, and they fucking capped his
Shit. Oh,
ass.
fucking blabbery mouth ass motherfucker.
Just shut up with your skittle bitch ass.
Did you hear what they were saying?
My thing is just,
Save
it's impossible to know. None of us know.
Well, because they've
But
said...
there are a lot of things where, how can you doubt it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and especially cultures that depicted dragons, that a lot of them were spacecraft that have, like, rockets. They shoot out fire. So they were saying,
They didn't know how to explain it,
so they compared it
used
to that.
Yeah.
and,
How did they describe dragons? Like, where the fuck did dragons come from? That's a whole nother fucking
Well,
thing.
see, in my mind, dragons have always been like leftover dinosaurs. In my mind, that
chickens are
had-
leftover
Well,
dinosaurs.
yeah, but I mean, like,
They don't breathe fire.
all right, Loch Ness monster type deal. You know what I mean? You see something fucking roaring at you, and it fucking terrifies the shit out of you. And the dude spit fire. They had illogical fucking explanations for it. You know what I mean? Like, all right, the fucking Earth is shaking. It's clearly this god in this fucking volcano, fucking going nuts.
We pissed them off somehow. Let's make a virgin sacrifice.
I'm just
Let's
saying
kill this
that
shit. Come here.
Shakespeare was a lot more educated than a lot of the people who came up with all of this, and most of us nowadays can't understand what the fuck he's saying.
So why do we think we know
exactly.
what the fuck they're describing?
They didn't talk straight.
Tesla.
Most things were in
They
story
talked
form.
gay.
No, most things were in
with their
story
white
form,
powdery ass
or,
wigs, faggot mother.
Like they made up these big elaborate stories about the stars in the skies. I mean, about them being people. So if we're trying to look at this book and say that it's exactly what it says it is, that's just crazy to me.
It's because every society or culture has had to try to explain it away. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
but
like,
can't we
obviously,
just let it be what it is? Like, there
But you
may or may
can't,
not...
But see, what is it?
yeah.
You can't let it be what it is if you don't know what the fuck it
And,
is.
all right,
And
say-
we're never gonna know,
Say the
so why
government.
waste time?
Say the government is covering it up,
They are.
and all right.
100%.
Say they are. All right, and they're like,
Going.
well, yeah, and say they're like, all right. You know what?
Allegedly.
Everything you ever fucking thought was real. We're fucking test rats in a goddamn
Okay.
huge. How would you take that like seriously though?
I would be okay with that. That would make
you,
more...
or would your
I don't-
anxiety take over and you'd be like, what
But
the fuck
at
is
that
the point?
point-
I'm sorry,
What the
we've
fuck
been
can
told
you do
our
about
whole
it?
lives that there's some fucking magic man in the clouds who's gonna spiritually spank us.
That guy has Nike sandals on.
With socks built in.
No,
What is-
he has no socks, but he does have the Velcro.
Because he's not gross.
Right.
And he's also wearing khakis with a fucking
They're
thing
shorts.
for his cell phone.
His beeper's hanging
Oh,
out.
he has the holster, the
Yeah.
phone
His
holster.
beeper's hanging out.
Official God business.
My whole thing is, if that's the case and we are an experiment,
I'm okay
that
with
is
that.
just more of a reason that we should watch what the fuck we do and say and try to be the ones that pass. Because I know a lot
Instead
of
of
those
them being
motherfuckers-
like, these fucking monkeys are shooting rockets in each other's faces. We need to destroy this whole fucking
Well,
thing.
but
And then they have
Like,
many.
Think
would
about
you
how
be okay?
stupid
I don't
people
know if
are.
I'd be okay with that.
Like,
I would-
they're dumb.
I don't know if to a certain extent I'd be like, you know what the fuck is
What
the
do you
point?
think the government's doing to us in general?
Well, yeah,
No,
but-
what's
the same
the okay?
principle.
Outside of if we were an experiment conducted by aliens as to not being, what's the fucking point either way? Because
Survival,
we
I
either
guess.
die and there's a heaven and a hell and all the other bullshit that's been crammed down our throats. There's nothing, or there's nothing and you just die and that's it. Or you are part of an experiment and it
Maybe
makes
we
more
can-
sense.
Maybe you can be a part of something.
Yeah.
bigger.
Like, that you're not so insignificant, that you're not just a blip. You are part of something bigger
Well,
than
we are
yourself.
insignificant. You're just
I mean,
a
and that's
fucking
how we need
rat
to
in
look
the
at it
chest.
anyway. Because we are part of something, regardless if there's an afterlife, regardless if this is all just an experiment. We should treat each other like fucking, like, human beings. Oh, like, I don't know.
We do. That's why they
There-
shoot each other on a regular
No
basis.
shit.
There's another body that is made up of a lot of little things that make the whole thing work, and you have little.
It's the whole ecosystem thing.
Devastator?
It's your body. You have cells
Devastator.
that keep it going. Whenever the cells aren't working towards the whole, that is called cancer.
Yeah.
They radiate the shit out of cancer. So I'm just saying, you know.
If we're the
are
cancer, we
still-
could be radiated.
We are still.
Well, it's getting hotter, but global warming's a minute.
Exactly.
Oh,
We are
how dare you
still,
talk about global
little
warming.
I have a foot up on you motherfuckers. I'm used to this.
Excuse me.
Little pieces of
Yeah,
a
but if the
hole
ozone
are not
goes away,
working
it ain't gonna
toward
matter.
that hole,
Well,
Yeah.
Toward the
foot up on
survival
y'all with
of that hole.
sun, but breathing problems kind of sucks.
Yeah. But, I mean, if we are... I agree with Mandy. I think if we are an experiment, we should try to get the best results. We should be good human beings. We
So
should
whenever they come
try
and
to
say,
make
So fuck as
things
many
the
chicks
best.
as-
Y'all
Oh.
failed. We're just gonna kill all you all because you're just dumb.
We're gonna start
You
It's
this
the
shit
more
up.
thinning of the
time-
herd type deal.
You spend more time on some senseless non-shit or nonsense
Non-shit.
bullshit.
Non-shit.
bullshit. And then all you people
like that
over
word.
here, y'all are actually kind of smart. You know, y'all have potential. We're gonna let you live. I want to be on that side.
Yeah.
Do you think your husband would be on that side?
Not in a million years.
It depends on
Fuck
what day you
you.
ask.
You suck.
Well, looked at me like,
said
it's not
it.
looking too good for you, baby.
Everybody's thinking it. Nisha's just saying
I
it.
said it depends on what day you ask.
That's
Oh.
not what
Oh,
I
Super smart. Fuck you guys.
You are super smart.
Super
You just don't-
cereal.
There are a lot of people out there
Cereal.
that are super smart and they act super dumb.
I don't know. It's just like when people talk about, oh well, aliens were here to help Egyptians and to help.
That may be true.
That may be true, but
But you don't know.
we don't know, and we'll never know.
There you go.
Well, it all comes down to, regardless of any sightings that we've
It is
seen,
what it
any
is.
experiences that we've had, exactly, it is what it is, and we'll never know for sure, 100%, that it was a Mothman or a fucking giant condor. I don't
Pterodactyl.
okay, I can almost guarantee you, I'm like 98% sure it's not a pterodactyl.
How do you know?
I don't.
Well, if the Hollow
That's
Earth
the
thing's
2%.
real, they got dinosaurs in that
That's the
motherfucker.
2%,
There you go.
motherfucker.
Savage lands, bitch.
Did we learn nothing from the new Aquaman? Remember, he goes to
What,
find
did he summon Cthulhu?
Whoa.
He fucked
Well,
up.
yeah,
bad.
but
fucked up
he
bad.
went and he saved his mom, and there was dinosaurs there inside the earth.
So it could be
It could be.
a pterodactyl.
I
Well,
think
no.
I think we should go on a journey to the center of the earth.
I
Yeah.
think.
I'd
Sure.
rather not melt and die a
Well,
horrible death.
okay.
Yeah,
Because
'cause there-
one way or the other, any story you pick, there's hot shit down there.
yeah.
Well,
There's
so-
either hell, there's either another sun, or there's a molten core. All three of those sound like a
don't
bad time.
understand.
They all equal death.
Sounds
What we
like
had
I'm not
seen
dealing with that shit.
about the Hollow Earth, like they show, like going down into the Earth, and then you look up from their inside Earth, and you see a bright blue sky. Where in the fuck did the bright blue sky come from?
Well,
Like-
there's actually a theory behind that. It's
Obviously, we're putting off.
the reason that we see a bright blue sky,
It's because Earth reflects off.
the ocean.
Yeah.
So if they have an ocean there,
Oh,
it'd be the same reflection.
But
And
it's the
the re-
reflection coupled with a light source.
What if we're a
They
world?
create an artificial light source or whatever, or that's the core that we consider
Wait,
being on
wait.
this
All
earth.
right, mind fuck.
What?
You know, we're talking about the world inside of the world. What if we're the world inside of the world? Inside of the world.
I was just fixing to
That's
ask
what I
that
was telling
same
you in the
fucking
car,
question.
that it's fractal. Like,
Yeah,
it doesn't
exactly.
stop. It's
I
all
was
the
just
same.
Well, if
about
it's
to
just
ask
like-
that same thing.
A universe inside of a universe inside of a universe.
And that's the dome.
Oh, we're like Russian nesting dolls.
And that's
There you go.
Hey, and that's the dome that these flat earthers keep talking about.
Oh, poor
There is no. There
happy
can't be a dome
It's-
without a sphere,
No, because
so it can't be flat.
because they're only seeing half of it, but there's really a whole.
A hole inside of
it's
the earth, that's
the
what I'm saying.
inside
Hollow
of the bigger earth.
hole in the earth. Now I want to listen to Deftones.
Deftones
This has
were
turned
awesome.
into a weird podcast.
They're always fucking
What
weird.
the fuck?
Yeah.
Where have you been?
How many of our shows have you actually listened to?
None.
Clearly.
She just talks
I've
occasionally.
made her listen to our
In-
shows a couple
including
of times,
this
a few times. Not
3.
this one.
There's another
None.
prevailing theory that sounds even nuttier than the world doesn't really, the universe doesn't really exist.
Are you talking about the simulation one?
No.
Or the
That's
multiple-
another fucking podcast. I'm not getting into that one.
We'll have to do that one.
That
at some
aliens
point.
aren't aliens.
Oh wait,
They're just other
was
humans?
it the? It's kind of like the multi-universal one, but there's never another exact version of us.
No,
It's some-
that goes with the simulation theory, and I'm not getting into that because my eyes cross whenever I think about that.
Oh no,
Oh, I've
I've
gone
gone
cross-eyed.
cross-eyed.
Aliens are not extraterrestrial beings; they're extra-dimensional beings, and that's why
Other dimensions
we'll see
existing in
shit
this.
like fade in and out because we're tuning into that other frequency and that plane of existence, and they're crossing that barrier, but it's not
Yeah.
So basically, like, what we'd also describe as ghosts.
ghosts
that
or
for a split
demons or
second.
Yeah.
whatever. That they're
Yeah,
all
I saw
the
an
same
episode
thing.
of Star Trek just like that.
I think there's something to that. I think there could be something
thought
to that
is-
because that explains all paranormal phenomenon.
Oh, wait, original
Immediately.
run or next generation?
Original.
Okay,
Let's
never mind.
watch it go.
I was just asking a question,
I'm just
motherfucker.
They actually, it was like they just move at a different vibration, like a higher.
They were moving
higher-
faster, quote
Yeah.
unquote. Yeah.
So we couldn't really see
That
them.
sounds like an episode of Twilight Zone.
Well, because
Alright.
there's
Twilight Zone got it from Star Trek.
I'm back.
well, no,
Twilight
because
Zone's
in,
older than Star Trek.
Not the original Star Trek.
Are you sure?
I don't know.
no, I think the
Twilight
Twilight
Zone's
Zone
pretty
was
fucking
Is it
old,
older?
bro.
Just because they made it in black and white don't mean shit.
Well, no, because
Were people
in
black and
Next
white back
Generation they get taken over by like an alien thing. I mean, I know
Klingons
it's all
look fucking
space.
Puerto Rican. It was really
Like,
weird.
Yeah.
I know it's all based in space, so it's not alien. It's just another being that they. But it was alien to them because they'd never experienced it, and it took over the ship in Next Generation. And
Oh yeah, that sentient.
Yeah,
cloud
and
that
it
they
was
ran
like
into or whatever.
it was like not a bacteria or something, but it was a non-corporeal form alien that took over their ship and was.
That's
making
another
things
thing that bothers me. Everybody assumes that everything's
corporeal
humanoid.
form. Yeah,
I
that's
don't
another
about
thing.
that.
Not all. I mean, if we learn nothing else from Men in Black, is that not all aliens are bipedal. Not all of them have a humanoid form, and
You
not
realize
even.
that 90% of the aliens in there had that, right?
Well, no, because there was like
The
slug
bug-
ones.
These
or
aren't
one-
But
Tentacles,
90%
they're
of them were
First thing that popped in my head.
bipedal and
Balchinian.
humanoid.
Okay.
Balchinian?
The Balchinian was
Balchinian.
funny.
But I just think, like I was saying earlier, I just think the people's conception of alien, any kind of life form is weird because no one everybody thinks that they're bipedal, that they're a humanoid kind of. Oh, they may have the proportions may be off. They may be slender in the arms and legs, but they got a giant head. But it's still like a humanoid look.
That's
Well,
it.
Yeah.
see, like, my thing is, like, I always think humanoid, but at the same time, what if they just look like us? What if they're not, like, grays or little green men or these huge
They
fucking
look
eyes
like they're from out of town.
or tiny mouths? What if it
They're
looks like
tourists.
Mandy? Like, you know, just a big old head and
If
tiny
she was
mouth.
an alien, that wouldn't surprise me.
I tell her she's an alien all the fucking time. I swear to God, my wife's going to get, like, beamed up one day. And I'm going to end up
My
with some
last
kind of...
name was Gray.
I know.
I am one of the Grays.
You are one of the grays.
Okay, hypothetical. Fourth kind. That happens. You're there by yourself. After the fact. You're there by yourself after she gets sucked up. What do you do?
Go to prison. This Mexican motherfucker with a white girl, nigga, like, I'm going to jail, son.
To jail.
No, she can take
Do
it
not
by
pass
hand,
go.
swear
Do
to
not
God.
collect $200.
Have you seen Asylum with
Her
fucking
family
American
called
Horror
her
Story?
home.
Like, I'm gone.
Yeah, that's game over.
That's all there is to it.
Confused on what you're talking about.
There's a movie called The Fourth Kind. In that movie, this chick's kid ends up getting taken randomly, and she's liable for it because she's saying that it was aliens, and nobody fucking believes
But
it.
she gets locked up
Or
in.
Fire in the Sky. Have you ever watched that
I've never
movie?
actually watched Fire.
Supposedly that was a true story.
Okay, side
Everybody
note-
dismissed it. The motherfucker was insane.
Yeah.
And that's what would happen to us.
Oh yeah,
If you actually saw it, there'd be like, oh, she's a fucking schizophrenic that hasn't been diagnosed in fucking 20 years. You know, like...
Side note: the original Twilight series ended
1959.
before Star Trek
came
ever
out.
started.
I-
2 years.
Just because it was black? No, that's misinformation.
Aliens.
It's fake news.
Aliens.
Twilight Zone started in
1959.
1959 and ended in 1964. Star Trek started in 1966 and ended in
Only
1969.
reason I know the thing
Yeah, but it
about
was a
the-
long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
It was.
I
That's
thought that
not
was
true at all. That was
Star Wars! I know this!
God, all of y'all did too.
I was
Every
gonna
single
say-
one of y'all.
No,
did.
I knew. I was just agreeing like I
I was
do.
trying to say I swore that was Star Wars, but whatever, dude. Like I wasn't a Star Trek fan. All right,
Maybe they did it there too.
all right, sure, why not?
But going back to like the experiment thing, I think we should just try to be better people.
Why?
Because if it's a social
Because being
experiment, then we are failing miserably.
What if
have
you're
you
just some
looked at
fucking
any kind of social
abiding
media? I do
fucking monkey
occasionally.
that does exactly what they want you to do?
Maybe they want us to fuck up. Have you ever
Maybe.
thought about that?
Maybe, maybe not.
Maybe they want us to throw poo at each other like monkeys.
That's fine. I will fling poo at you all day long.
You will not.
Oh well.
Please
Give me,
don't.
give me a minute.
You wouldn't get shit on your own hand.
I wouldn't.
What?
I wouldn't.
Unless you're gonna bend over and projectile shit at me, which I don't think you will.
Yeah, at least the couch is brown.
I'm not cleaning it up. That's all I'm saying. So someone else has figured it
Damn
out.
it, money! I've already cleaned up your dirt. I'm not cleaning up Gabriel's shit.
No! Clean up your goddamn self!
This
Put
is
my
where-
foot down at
yeah,
shit.
This is where I draw the line.
And on this side of the line, we ain't shitty.
We ain't cleaning shit up, nigga.
No. No.
Oh no.
I feel really nervous right now.
Why?
Just talking about all this shit makes me.
I don't see. It used to
It shouldn't.
like talking
It
about
shouldn't,
anything
because
supernatural,
once again, it is what
ethereal,
it is.
anything like that. It used to make me nervous, and it doesn't now because I really am at a point in life where I just don't care. I don't, because if we are an experiment, fucking rad. I hope I pass. At
That's-
least get like a. Can I get a consolation prize, like a
75.
cookie or something?
70.
70's passing.
That's where I've gotten as far as.
Well,
all
it
right,
depends. They
funny
may have a
enough,
different grading system.
Okay, 75.
Gotten to that point with bills, fucking just anything else. If it's out of my hands,
Fuck it.
fuck it. I don't give a shit.
I
Voting,
kind of want to be
it
abducted
sucks.
by
Our
aliens.
country fucking sucks sometimes. Although I would rather live here than anywhere else.
I am
It's
gonna
out-
vote at
it's
the end
out
of the
of my
year. though.
motherfucking
Maybe
hands.
Great Britain.
It's out of my hands. So I'm not
Okay,
fucking
I
shit.
would.
Canada.
Can we all agree
No,
that you
the sense of humor is better in Great Britain, I think.
can we just go
I'd be
to a place that
fucking
has
force
universal
to be
health care?
reckoned with. And
Don't
goddamn
they have
Canada.
universal health care in Great Britain, I believe.
In
I'm
Canada,
not sure.
they'd be like, "Holy shit, this dude told her to go fuck herself." I'd be like, "What's up, bitch?" It's
See,
like,
that's why you would fit in Great Britain. They call people cunts all the time,
Cunt.
and it's
you fucking twat.
commonplace.
I would like to sign up to be abducted.
You want to be
It's a
abducted?
vacation. Shit, I've been through childbirth. I've been poked and prodded at. It's nothing new.
That was just yesterday.
I've had stuff in my
And
butt. Fuck it.
You get
why
a
not?
vacation. You get to find out if it's really real. Like, because people come back with memories and shit. So
Okay,
then
you get
what if you
abducted,
come
but
back-
you don't have full memory.
And you come back and your
I
husband
don't have
looks at
full
you like you're
memory
some
half
kind
the
of
time
loon.
walking around.
That is
That's like
absolutely
being
fair.
raped.
You already think she's a loon.
I do think she's
You
a
do.
loon, but that's not the point, son. The point
then-
is that I don't believe her. I believe
if
everything
I
my
saw
wife
something
says.
like that, y'all can
I just think
I'm
the bitch
crazy
is
because
crazy.
I know. Like, I know y'all don't believe me. That's fine. I would sign up for that.
I believe you.
You also believe the shit you read on Instagram.
That's
You
very
do.
true.
Unfortunately for this episode, we had to cut it short. We were unable to finish the end of our conversation because Jimmy and Ariel had a sick kid and they had to leave. Shit happens when you're an adult and a parent especially. So listen to our next episode and hopefully it'll be a full one. Oh, and thanks for all the fish.